There's a good chance your father was having an affair with a lady that wore long dresses, and when you called him out on it, went, oh, that'll be the ghost. That'll be the ghost.
What woman?
Let's get straight into these ghost stories that you've sent in on WhatsApp. This one is just called Christy Miner.
My dad was a miner for over 30 years, and he told me that back when he was mining in the 80s, he was the head engineer, so if there's any incidents or anything, he had to be the last man out from the mines.
Didn't catch a word of that. Straight away I'm going to say, though, Christy sounds lovely. This is no disrespect to the Welsh at all, but the Welsh accent's so lovely and warm that it doesn't really work for scary stories.
Oh, okay, you're comforted.
It's not, it's just not doing anything for me spookiness-wise. I think literally a Welsh person could break the worst possible news imaginable to me, and I'd go, "Ah." Sorry, Christy, you were saying something about your dad being a miner. Okay, here we go.
And there was this one time there was a leak, so he had to get everybody out. So he was running, calling everybody out, and he has to run to the very end of the mine. You could see a light at the end, so he was shouting at the guy to leave. Come on, pack up and go. But the gentleman wouldn't leave, so my father kept running closer to him. And when he got close enough to see, he could see that it was a very old man, and the man just turned, smiled at my father, and disappeared. My father said he's never run out of a mine so quick.
So, a father was a miner.
Yeah. I think he was like the safety guy.
There was a leak.
Yeah, and he has to be the last one in to get everyone out.
A bit like the captain of the Titanic.
Sure.
And then he was getting everyone out. He ran down to the end of the mine. There was an old man there, smiled at him, and then disappeared.
Yeah.
And he ran out the mine.
Yeah.
That sounds an awful lot to me like he left somebody in the mine. A slightly delirious old man.
You know what? This is the first one that I've believed.
Oh, really?
I think that, because that makes sense to me.
What do you mean it makes sense to you?
There's going to be a dead miner in a mine.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. If there's not a ghost deep in mines, then they're nowhere.
Yeah.
That's so true, actually.
Christy also sent another message.
Yeah.
Where she said there was another time a similar thing happened, and he turned around and he could see loads of pit ponies. Loads of ponies running past.
What, ghost ponies?
Yeah, well, because they haven't used pit ponies for years and years and years.
Right. Okay. Well,
I mean, if you buy into that, I think that makes sense. That one.
It sounds an awful lot to me like there was an old man who, throughout the panic of having to evacuate the mine, he's a bit old, a bit doddery,
right?
Got a bit discombobulated. Her old man just left him in the mine and just went, well, he's old. The obvious solution here is he's a ghost, so I'll just leave him in there. That's what it sounds like to me.
What an accusation.
I mean, it's a hell of an accusation, but here we are. Okay, this one's called Blacksmiths Bow.
So me and my sister used to live in a 400-year-old house that used to be a school and also a blacksmith's.
Now, again, great place for a ghost.
Yeah.
You mentioned mines. 400-year-old house, used to be a school, used to be a blacksmith's. Great place for a ghost.
So it's got a lot of history, and there's this one corridor that me and my sister have both reported previously seeing a woman in a long dress, a long frilly old dress. And
good chance that their father was having an affair.
Also interesting that he sent this in from a motorbike.
Yeah, it seems to be just flying down the motorway on a motorbike. There's a good chance your father was having an affair with a lady that wore long dresses, and when you called him out on it, went, oh, that'll be the ghost. That'll be the ghost.
What woman?
We both reported to have seen her once we were young on different occasions. And then later, years later, we've also realised that both of us have had the exact same dream about the exact same woman in the exact same place in the house. So whatever that means, I'm not sure. But yeah, happy days.
We discussed this yesterday. It's the sign-off to the WhatsApps is normally my favourite bit. So yeah, I don't really know what that means, Toby, but happy days. Happy days.
Radio. The Chris Moyles Show.